I don't
Okay,
remember so many
so
things.
now I will I need to find out more about Ambar Majumdar as an individual. So it's been more or less 9-10 years that you are away from India. 10 साल के आसपास हो गया.
7.5.
Okay. So the thing you missed the most, मैं अगर आपको छोटे से एग्जांपल्स दूं, लाइक दिल्ली का तो नहीं, लेकिन शायद कलकत्ता का दुर्गा पूजा, दिल्ली का सिया पार्क का जो जो फूड हब होता था वहाँ पे, मेरे को भी याद है, हम घुगनी खाने भी जाते थे और काफी सारी चीजें. सो एनीथिंग पर्टिकुलर दैट यू मिस अबाउट इंडिया? आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट बी ट्रैवलिंग बैक ऑन एन ओकेजन, बट जो रेगुलर बेसिस पे आप कोई चीज मिस करते हो?
Friends and family.
दैट इज
हाँ यार,
समथिंग व्हिच इज एक्सपेक्टेड, बट उसके अलावा मतलब कोई
मतलब दिल से इंडियन हूँ. See, since the time my family has joined, food wise, no, but I miss every, India is full of celebrations, festivals and celebrations. I miss every festival, every celebration. और मेरे अंदर एक वो है कि I know for sure that I'll go back to India because I am Indian. But I have वो जो होता है ना, एक डाउट होता है, am I making it too difficult by delaying it? Because will India change too much for me to go back? Because in my mind, India is still there. Okay, I go back and 15 days, 20 days, and all my friends kind of discourage me, saying that no, you are at a better place, and all that. But I'm not convinced yet. I'm an Indian, and I thrive in all the noise, all the pollution, everything. I miss everything. But if you ask me seriously, is the language. Is the language. I miss talking in Hindi, Bengali, ek do gali.
That is coming straight from here. Very nice.
Seriously, वो काम में एक दो नहीं दो ना तो तब तक.
मजा नहीं आता. फूड वाइज आई मीन वेस्ट बंगाल, कलकत्ता का या दिल्ली का या दोनों का, कोई एक जगह, एक कोई डिश या एक कोई रेस्टोरेंट जो याद आता हो सबसे ज्यादा कि यार उसका मैं वहां जाता था खाने के लिए?
मुलचन.
मूलचंद के पराठे. और कलकत्ता का? You were raised in Calcutta, right?
Yeah. Kolkata ka, there are so many things. There are so many restaurants I miss. But it's been 7.5 years. So food-wise, yes. And we plan when you go that we have to go and eat here and there. But if you ask me honestly, na, kya miss karta hai? So I miss that my friends and family and the language. I don't miss food, to be very honest.
Okay, I'm sure.
Sorry to disappoint you.
That's okay. Sir, one book. I know that you were into books, और मुझे अभी भी याद है कि आप बहुत सारी किताबें पढ़ा करते थे. लूटियंस लाउंज की पूरी लाइब्रेरी में जितनी भी किताबें थी उनमें से ज्यादातर आपने पढ़ी हुई है. लेकिन कोई एक बुक जिससे आप बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्टेड रहे हो, या जिसने बहुत ज्यादा इंटेलेक्चुअली बहुत ज्यादा चेंज किया हो, या कुछ?
Okay, there are many. एक तो book, it is not very popular. I don't know whether it's available or not. There is a biography of Steve Walk which I read. It's called Out of Your Comfort Zone.
Okay.
This I read when I had the opportunity to read it when I was in banquets in Calcutta. And this book helped me to realize that if I want to go, move up the ladder, then I need to most probably, unlearn certain things. I cannot be too connected to my present department, because once you move up, the natural tendency is to come back to your comfort zone, which is your old department. So you would understand it. For example, you are in float and you are transferred somewhere, and you will again try to go back to there. It stays for first 15-20 days. So I think it is very important for and more if you look at people who have done well and they have gone up the ladders, most probably they have been able to get thrive in 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 out of their comfort zone. So this is one book, and mentally what has helped me is Secret. Secret has helped me. There is a book called Secret. There are movies also, and I read it when I was 30 years old or 31 years old, and it has helped me to stay positive. It is like I believe in positive energy, and even when I have it helped me in my professional life is that that even if you are having an uncomfortable discussion with your junior, uh, you can say what you feel, and but you need to close it in a positive way so that he or she finds a hope to overcome what I am saying. It's very difficult. Sometimes you do a work and you come back and maybe I don't want it that way, or it's not reaching the standard which I expect, and I am normally ruthless in this kind of situations. But I also appreciate the fact that he or she has put in so much of effort, and we have to find a way to get the work better and not disrupt or destroy the person who is doing the job.
Any person that you follow on social media because of his oratorship or because of like a motivational guru, or anybody that you like the most because of his
I
intellectual able?
I follow a lot of people, but with me, what happens is that I follow somebody for some time,
Okay.
and then normally you can get the best out of that person, and then I move on. So that I am a I'm big onto autobiographies and biographies, like Muhammad Ali's autobiography. There's a movie also had a big
Cassius
impact
Clay.
on me. Ali.
Ali. Okay.
But yeah, most probably the autobiography I read when I was very young. It was called Cassius Clay, right? So he had a big impact on me. There's a movie called Amélie. Amélie.
Amélie.
French. Amélie.
Amélie. Okay.
Amélie. Amélie. Sorry, Amélie.
Amélie.
Amélie. It's a French movie, and this simple character brings joy to everybody's life, whoever she comes across, and this was a hugely inspirational. So you need to pick in Zababa. I get motivated, charged up by looking at my juniors. I've learned so much from you, seriously, and I'm not trying to make you happy. I've learned so much from Mukesh Pandey. I've learned so much from Harsh Joshi. I've learned so much from Sameer. Sameer had this huge ability under pressure. You just stay calm, and you'll find the best solution.
True.
I have learned from Prakash never to give up. Never to give up. So,
Okay. Since you're a big, very big fan of Manchester United, what do you think the success reason behind Manchester United? Is it a team, the players they normally buy every year, they endorse every year, or is it Mr. Ferguson who's running this particular team?
See, I don't understand your question. First thing is that Manchester United used to be very successful 7 years back. Their last big success was 30. Yes, it's strange because when somebody does well, they have to come down, right? And it's a cycle of life. So
Right.
Manchester United is going through the cycle of life. There has been some not so wise decisions taken by the management. I also think that because Sir Alex had such a big impact on the club, maybe it would have been wise to keep him out of the club, because his legacy is still there and he's still there. I don't know. I'm not very sure how much of freedom does the next manager or the successive managers have got. But but Sir Alex, being Sir Alex, he would be part of Manchester United. But I believe that they are on the right path right now. Previously, they wanted to become something like Real Madrid, who would buy big players, make a team out of stars, and go on to win trophy. But Manchester United have never been that kind of a club. It had people like homegrown players, right? And this is what we need to do, and we are doing it. We have got Rashford and Greenwood and other players who are coming up from the ranks, and that's the right way to do it. I'm hopeful, but it's still I see Manchester United still 2 to 3 years away. It's work in progress.
थोड़ा आपका क्रिकेट का ज्ञान का भी यहाँ पे चर्चा करते हैं. According to you, I mean, you think the best captain of any team? I mean, who led the team so well? I know the answer, but I want to hear from you.
You'll be in it for a shock. MSD.
Dhoni, really? Dhoni. I thought Steve Waugh. I thought you were going to say Steve Waugh.
So pura world.
Pura world. Not Indian.
Oh, yeah, Steve Waugh.
Okay. And India, of course, you will say MSD.
MSD, I used to be a big fan of Imran Khan also.
Right. Imran. And right-handed batsman who has the best cover drive, according to you? किसी भी ज़माने का, किसी भी era का, best cover drive. Is it tough one?
Difficult. Right-handed, right?
Right-handed.
Sachin, most probably.
Great.
Sachin.
Left-handed batsman जो सबसे ज़्यादा powerful छक्का मार सकता है किसी भी era का अगेंस्ट.
लेफ्ट-हैंडेड सबसे ज़्यादा छक्का मार सकता है. गांगुली. तू एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है मैं गांगुली बोलूँगा. Left-handed, no. Brian Lara, the best left-hander ever. Brian Lara. Right-hander, best ever batsman I have seen is Vivian Richards. But okay, Vivian Richards did not play T20 and not. Yeah, one day he was successful. Yeah. Vivian Richards.
One cricketer that you admire the most कि अगर आपको लगे या एक चांस मिले गॉड कभी आपको ऐसी कोई सुपर पावर गिफ्ट करे कि ओके फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट डे फ्रॉम टुमारो यू विल बी अ क्रिकेटर और आप कोई भी एक किसी भी अवतार में आप किसी भी क्रिकेटर के अवतार में जा सकते हो तो क्या बनना चाहोगे? कौन से क्रिकेटर को एडमायर करते हो?
सुनील गावस्कर एंड राहुल द्रविड़.
सुनील गावस्कर, राहुल द्रविड़. एनी पर्टिकुलर रीजन?
उसका रीजन reason is that Rahul Dravid and Sunil Gavaskar are results of their hard work. Gavaskar used to leave balls, was known for leaving balls because he had to steady the innings because दूसरे end से wicket गिर जाता. And Rahul Dravid is it is a huge thing for somebody who is as talented as Dravid to be counted, as great as Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar was talented. He was very hardworking. Nobody knows this. Tendulkar used to work very, very, very hard on his batting. But Dravid was unbeatable. And during that era, if you ask me who has had the better impact, I think Dravid. And Dravid also, gives inspiration to the youngsters who may not, because most of us are not born as Sachin Tendulkar, right?
True.
In any profession.
True. Correct.
But Rahul Dravid shows us the way that if we also put in that amount of hard work, concentration, focus, and be low profile and let our job do our talking, we can be successful. जरूरत नहीं है यार इतना बातें करने का, इतना कुछ आज कर रहा हूँ because तू बोल रहा है, otherwise only because of you I am doing this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. अच्छा,
I
एक
think
एक 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 फास्ट बॉलर और एक स्पिन बॉलर जो आपका सबसे ज्यादा फेवरेट रहा हो.
fast bowler is between Cartley Ambrose and Wasim Akram, and spin bowler I think Kumble. Again, the same reason. Kumble was a spinner who could not spin the ball, but look at his number of wickets and his. I've never seen a spin bowler who is so aggressive, so aggressive. He used to hate losing, and a great captain.
अच्छा, आपने कोई कोई क्रिकेट मैच ईडन गार्डन पे देखा है?
बहुत बहुत
कोई एक
when I
मेमोरी
was
ईडन गार्डन की किसी एक मैच की?
my first match was 1981, I think, when I was 10 years old, and I had, yeah, I've been part of many iconic matches. एक तो था जिसमें I think Azharuddin's debut test match, and he scored a century. And in the same test, Ravi Shastri and Gavaskar were booed. And then obviously I watched it one day. I remember that's the last match I saw. India versus South Africa. Saurav Ganguly is dropped. Entire Eden Garden is supporting South Africa. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Seriously, and India lost very badly, and I felt so sorry for the Indian players. I felt little ashamed that a country cannot be bigger than a person, but then emotions but I have to give it to Ganguly, because although I'm not very fond of, I was never a fan number one for Saurav Ganguly, but I have to give it to him that he has amazing charisma and he's so popular all over India.
He is, no doubt, no doubt.
And if he's another example that we should never stop dreaming. See, captain of Indian cricket from he was dropped, so he cemented his place. Then he got nobody imagined that Ganguly can be captain of India, and he was a successful captain, right? Then he did a comeback, unbelievable comeback. Then he had I think Ganguly got an equally excellent farewell match. Not as good as Sachin, but then Ganguly is not Sachin, right? So he got a fantastic farewell match which neither Lakshman nor most of the nor Sehwag nor Dravid got.
Yuvraj, it was very unfortunate
Yuvraj,
for
yeah.
Yuvraj also. Yes.
Yeah. So then he became the CAB president out of nowhere.
True.
And then he's now BCCI, and they're talking about ICC president. I wouldn't be surprised, to be very honest, if Ganguly someday becomes the Prime Minister of India. To be very honest, I will not be surprised. And I know for sure that he is a keen politician.
Who do you think in the current format, the player that we have, is an ideal candidate to become a captain of India post? कोहली तो अभी खैर बहुत टाइम चलेगा क्योंकि अभी उसका एज भी बहुत कम है, and he is doing well as a captain. पर उसके अलावा अगर कोहली को कुछ हो जाता है या वो ड्रॉप हो जाता है, तो कोई एक प्लेयर जो भी इस फॉर्मेट में हो जो लीड कर सकता है इंडिया को अच्छे से?
I think Rohit Sharma is already a proven captain,
Yeah.
right? But yes, Test match is again. Hopefully he. But again, Rohit only has. He's also 30 plus, so I think he can maximum play for another 4, 5, 6 years. Ajinkya Rahane was a good Test captain material. I also think Ashwin is a good captain material.
But Rahane is like, he's off and on. Sometimes he's dropped.
But I thought, see, one thing which I don't agree with Kohli's, behavior on the field is that captain of India is also the ambassador of Indian cricket, right? So there are certain things which I think he can do better, but as a cricketer, Virat Kohli has taken it to a completely different level, and I'm so proud that the legacy of Sachin Tendulkar is getting forward.
Very quickly, I want to take your political view, sir. एक छोटा सा सवाल सिर्फ current हमारी present government के लिए, the way they are dealing with the present situation, चाहे वो कोविड की बात करूं, चाहे इंडो चाइना बॉर्डर की बात करूं, अभी रिसेंटली हमने विकास दुबे का एक मीडिया पे बहुत ज्यादा जोर पकड़ रहा है. देयर आर मल्टीपल इश्यूज दैट वी आर डीलिंग विद. इंडियन इकोनॉमी स्ट्रगल कर रही है इस टाइम पे. देयर थिंग, हाउ डू यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर गवर्नमेंट? आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पर्टिकुलरली मोदी जी, मतलब मैं बीजेपी की बात करूं अगर, कि ये पिछले 10 साल से जो भी दो टेन्योर से लोग हैं, हाउ मच एज एन इंडिविजुअल, एज अ इंडियन, you are happy with this government, and what do you think?
Okay, two, three things. See, I have to see the global perspective also, right? India is a difficult country to lead, and if Indians and democracy is not always the best solution.
True.
Although
True.
you'd like to think like that, democracy is not always the best solution. However, having said that, if Indians believed everything that Modi and BJP said and they were hoping for it, I think Indians need to blame themselves a lot more than BJP or others. This is my take. Number two is that as far as performance during the pandemic, I think it's not only BJP or Mr. Modi, but also world leaders. World leaders overall has been, it's becoming very clear that we need better leaders. We deserve better leaders. We need leaders who are better prepared to handle crisis. And like, I would ask you a simple question, that it is like, who is your general manager of your hotel or wherever you work, or whoever is heading? He comes to the ranks, right? So by the time he gets there to lead a team, he is an expert, or it is expected to be an expert. If he is not, then it's unfortunate, right? So do we have the same system in getting our political leaders? Most probably the answer is no.
No.
So how can we get experts? So most probably the world, that the time has come for us to, if we need to be governed, we need to be led in the right way. We need specialists.
True.
Right. So, but I don't know whether I'll be able to see this in our lifetime. But I also think, having said all these things, which are slightly, I'm being critical of the present government, but also the fact that I'm just asking that does India have any opposition, or do you have any alternative?
Not at the moment. The answer is certainly no. And a country like us, where we are divided into different religion, caste, and creed, I mean, and then the amount of states that we have, the nation head has to manage. I think more than the leadership quality, it has to be a good administrative quality that person should carry.
Absolutely, I completely. Authorities.
Any name that you have in your mind, who do you think is your favorite leader or a favorite politician? I personally like Gadkari because he's a very good in his work. The way he conducts himself, he's very productive and constructive. So I personally like Nitin Gadkari. Any leader?
Ganga, I don't want to fall into this trap. I'll explain why. I can take names, right? But long time back, when I was in school, and there was this anti-Congress wave going through, and VP Singh was extremely strong contender, and the media was supporting VP Singh, but I did not know that time. I used to trust whatever I used to read in the newspaper, and I used to read newspaper. Yeah, I do it even today. So, it was like VP Singh was about to come into power, and there was this leader who was painted in a really, really strong, positive way. His name was Ramakrishna Hegde.
Ramakrishna
Hegde.
Okay.
So and I somehow internally, it's nobody. I did not discuss with anybody. And then I thought that this man will do very well in Indian politics. And then after 2-3 years, there was a huge land scam, and his name came up, and he, over the period of time, he got lost. So in India, we are obsessed with names. Like इंडिया टीम में इंडिया हार गया लेकिन सचिन ने सेंचुरी बनाया कि नहीं, है कि नहीं? Yes or no? Right?
True.
So this has changed, and this younger generation will also change. See, we need people who can give results. It doesn't matter who. India is a great country, and we Indians deserve it. Right? Let's not make too let's not think any other way. And there is one thing I'd like to request everybody, that if you have voted for BJP, you are not accountable for BJP. BJP is accountable to you. I find it strange that Modi ji will take one decision, demonetization, and all BJP supporters are supporting. Why do you have to support? You believed what the BJP promised you. We have voted for BJP. That does not make us accountable. It is BJP, the people in power, who are accountable. But to be very honest, I have not seen what they promised and what they have delivered. There is let's say, put it politely, there is still a lot of hard work for them to do to fill in that gap.
Great. I think we had a very long conversation today here. So
thank you, Ganga. I'm so sorry. Time flies, and especially with you. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, but before we end this conversation, is there anything that you want to say? Any name that you want to take? Any message that you want to give to the new generation of the people who are coming to the hotel business? Or, present scenario, we all are dealing with either laid off or pay cuts or leave without pay. There are a lot of stress which is going around in the society and community. Is there anything that you want to say to the people?
See, for youngsters, I'll say, like, there are two things, and this is what I have always followed. One was taught to me during my industrial training. I was doing it in Taj Bengal. There's this lady called Miss Padmini Mishra. I'm not in touch with her anymore, but I hope she's doing well. She's one who I respect a lot, and she was our training manager, and we were in banquets, and something happened, and we reported back to her saying that, this is what we think is not as per the hygiene standards, and this, that, blah, blah, blah. We thought that, we are God's gift to mankind at that point of time. So we went and told her this, and she told us something. So she told us something which has stayed with me, and it will stay with me forever. She said that, yes, this industry, there are a lot of unfair things, there are a lot of mistakes, there are a lot of wrongdoings, there are a lot of negativities, and you or me cannot correct it in our present positions. But promise yourself that when you reach that position, do not repeat these mistakes. And it has stayed with me, and I keep on saying that life is not fair. But whenever you see some unfair things are happening, yes, we may not be in a position to correct it then and there, more often than not. But tell yourself, promise yourself that this thing has happened. I will never do it when I reach this position. And please don't do it. That's the only way you can improve a situation or life around you. This is one. And second thing is that, which I think has been often used in many movies, that chase excellence. If you chase excellence, everything else in life, the so-called more important things which we normally chase by mistake, money, fame, all of this will chase you. At least that is what has happened with me. Ganga, how we come from, what background, and how has been our life. I don't want to glorify all those struggles. Everybody goes through it. But as I said, that I have been blessed, and I feel blessed and privileged that I have worked with personalities who were such great human beings. And this is my take from our Intercon days, is that you can do well even by being a good human being. You really can do. And that's all that I can tell everybody. And that's all that is my takeaway from this life till now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all this wonderful words. And again, thank you so much for coming here, sharing your thoughts and emotions with us. I'm sure people, those who are in our mutual connect, will definitely cherish each and every moment, each and every memory that you had shared. I wish you all the best for your project that you're doing currently. And I pray to God that we should all, the entire human race should come out of this COVID-19 soon. ताकि जल्दी से क्रॉस बॉर्डर एक्सचेंज हो, हम लोग कहीं मिले, कुछ अच्छी सी गेट टुगेदर करें, दोबारा से उन मोमेंट्स को जिए जो हम लोग पहले एक साथ में करते थे. So, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ganga, for giving me this opportunity. It's been a pleasure talking my heart out, and congratulations once again, and all the best to you. All the best. And और 15 साल मत ले लेना फोन करने के लिए. Let's stay connected, right? It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.